Hello beautiful Cancer, welcome to my channel MANNA. My name is Adalina Bonn. Welcome to all of the newbies who have flooded on recently. It is such a pleasure to have you join the journey with me, Cancer. I'm just going to jump straight in, my loves, and just get on with it. So basically, just while I'm shuffling here, sorry my hair's all over the place today, just while we're shuffling, I don't work with the tarot, okay? My readings aren't date specific, and it goes without saying that they're general, alright? So it's not going to be a hit for all of you, but what can we get for Cancer, please, over the week ahead? Okay, Cancer. All right, so you've had here the communication card come out. Okay, you might be dealing with an air sign. This often reminds me of the element of air, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay, not necessarily, but there seems to have been some communication that's happened recently, or might be about to, that has wobbled your equilibrium. Okay, you've got here the undressing of a salad, which is, imbalance. A disturbance in the force, okay, is what I'm wanting to say. A disturbance in the force. We've got here the Singer of Initiation, and I'm always drawn to the number 9 with this card, which is all about wrap-ups and completions. So I do feel that I don't know if something's erupted recently, because I'm just being drawn here. It's almost like an explosion that's come out of his throat chakra. Okay, I don't know if someone's surprised you recently with a revelation, or they've made like an inappropriate approach, or they've made, I don't know, because it's in the realm of offense, of being offended. All right, I do want to I actually want to say here, this does not so much have a vibe of romantic. So what I'm getting here off this is it's almost like, a family member, a friend, a boss, someone you live with has overstepped the mark, okay? Because I don't strictly do romance reads here. I can do specialise in love readings, but I've got to be honest, Cancer's coming across as, because I'm sensing here, if we come back to the balance card, you've got so much going on, Cancer, at the moment. Now, it's almost like I want to say you've got romance right in your sights, or you've got a significant, you're dating, or you're in a committed relationship, or, there's someone on the scene that you fancy, whatever. And you're wanting, it's like, oh God, you really want to prioritize it, but there is all of this going on. Okay, so Cancer's coming across this week as like either emotionally, purely just, this could represent, all these balls could just be a myriad of emotions for you that you're just trying to keep like a level. But Cancer's coming across this week as just trying to keep her nose above the water, because, if one of these balls are romantic, bear with me here, then it's the one that you can't touch at the moment. It's like, oh, so close. I really want to talk to you as well. I really want to connect. I really want to invest, but I just can't. Okay, because something's gone down either at work, the home life, with a friend, with your mum. I don't know, Cancer, but something's happening for you this week or recently. A conflict. I do want to say either a conflict or frictious communication, or just an unexpected announcement or revelation, just an email you weren't expecting, a turn of events you weren't expecting, that's demanding you, that's drawing your attention away from, say, the romance. Okay, because this is not feeling romantic to me. All right. Although I say that, and I do strongly feel like whoever's connecting with this has a strong love interest or a beautiful love around them, but Cancer's coming across this week as it's like, I just can't look at you right now. I want to dive in there with all full bells and whistles, but romance is the last thing on the agenda this week. That is just how I put it. Okay, it's interesting. You've come up here with that old gnome, Cancer, and this is all about completely rolling with the punches. I do want to say, especially when it's come out next to achieving the impossible here, Cancer, you're having to get rolling this week and get moving. All right, something's coming to a head in terms of communication. Something's coming to a head that is forcing the wheel to turn for you. And it might be taking you out of your comfort zone. For a lot of you, though, it's a relief. If you're honest, it's like, oh God, because the magician, look at his face. It's like, this is just the shit sandwich I was needing to go and get a better picnic. Okay, I hope that. So I do, with these two cards combined, I feel like you may have had a curveball come in recently, Cancer, or about to, but it's a blessing wrapped inside a shit sandwich. And it's just what you've actually been needing to get the wheel to turn, to get you out of a tight spot or an uncomfortable situation. Okay? So all of this will actually have an incredibly beneficial effect on your romance. Because when the dust is settled and you're able to properly focus on your partner or your love interest, okay, you'll be in a much better space. But I do feel like you're having, you're a curveball. I've just said curveball. Cancer. This is the Ra card. All right, right next, it's all balls. It's all balls. It's time to get rolling, Cancer, and literally get those caravan wheels rolling, baby. A lot of you need to move out of your house that you're currently living in. A lot of you, an eruption, okay? An eruption might be happening at work, and it's just like Cancer is on the move. The Chariot, baby, this is you. The Chariot. Cancer is the equivalent of the Chariot in the tarot. You are getting out of something like Ben-Hur being pulled by 20 stallions this week. For a lot of you, I feel like it's the home situation, okay? But it could be work, however this applies. But this is a stampede. This is a stampede, Cancer, towards some kind of finish line. I've got goosebumps. Now, the thing that you're leaving behind, Cancer, is coming across as quite emotional. They don't want to see you go. They're like, wait, let me explain. Cancer's just like, nah. And I actually feel, Cancer, for a lot of you, coming back to the romance for a sec, I'm not going to pull cards specifically for romance because I don't need to. What I'm getting intuitively is, Cancer, the romance section of your life is developing beautifully, is actually what I'm wanting to say. You've either got a new love interest and it's just cooking away nicely. You know, you've got a good bun in the oven, right? You've got a good bun in the oven with romance, Cancer. So a new love interest is going really well, or a current partnership is deepening to levels, to really, really yummy levels. I feel like for a lot of you, because of the positive changes that are happening romantically, you then have this curveball that's come in that's been like, do you know what, I'm just absolutely freaking sick to death of this bullshit in this other area of my life. And the romance going well for you at the moment is helping to highlight where the other areas of your life are not thriving. Okay, I hope that lands. So whatever this curveball, this unexpected change of events that you are having to roll with now, Cancer, but it's a good thing. Okay, whatever change agent is swinging through town for you this week that's making you get up and move, literally for a lot of you, move and get out. I think the reason why you're presenting as quite happy about it is, or with a spring in your step, is because I do feel like the love life is helping you put the whole thing in perspective and weather the storm. Okay, weather the storm. Now, like I said, you've got here honesty. So I do feel like the personal group of people that are a part of whatever this uncomfortable moment is, they don't want to see you go. Okay, so I'm going to get what is going on, please, between Cancer and this group of people. Yeah. So for you, Cancer, you're coming across as Lady of the Harvest, especially next to the Magician. Your caravan is just rolling, man. Your caravan's rolling. You are in complete release, shedding mode this week. Honestly, Cancer, your motto is just, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. The other people, like I said, or the other person, they kind of know that they fucked up, is what I'm wanting to say. Excuse my French. They really know they've screwed up and they've tripped up on the detail. Because when the Myomancer card comes out here, this is all about the devil being in the detail. Okay, but it's also a card of contracts and legal agreements. And so what I'm wanting to say here, Cancer, is whoever you've dealt with, they've overstepped the mark, the boundaries, the contractual arrangement of your relationship. They've completely breached. I almost want to say there's been a contractual breach of the dynamic. Okay, they know that they've screwed up, is what I'm wanting to say. But just like what I was intuitively picking up on, Cancer, you've had the Cupid's arrow card come out, which is what I'm saying. It's almost like you've got romance on the periphery that's actually got nothing to do with this situation. There is a romance here absolutely blossoming or deepening, okay? Or for single Cancers that have got no one on the scene, I do feel like a lot of you are going through some kind of amazing like sexual kind of love of self, falling back in love with self, falling back in love with your own sense of freedom and self-empowerment, and you being the one with options, you being the one with the world at your feet. Okay, so romantically, Cancer is coming across as in a really strong position this week, but you're having to put that, like I said earlier, on the shelf to deal with this, to deal with whatever this shitstorm is. Someone has utterly and completely overstepped the mark, and they've either really offended you, they've betrayed your trust maybe, but Cancer, you're coming across with it's been distasteful, is what I'm wanting to say. Cancer's just like, when you've eaten something gross, you're just like, ugh. Do you know what? I've seen what I needed to see about you. I've seen what I've needed to see about this situation. I'm out. That's how Cancer's coming across. What else can we get for the Cancer, please, over the week ahead? Yeah, Cancer. You are absolutely putting your foot down this week. For a lot of you, this has happened inside the home or with work, all right? But Cancer, you're absolutely putting your foot down. You've got here Faf the footer. It's a paradoxical image of, on the one hand, you're putting your foot down. Okay. If you bear with me here, on the one hand you're putting your foot down here, but on the other hand you're lifting and separating and detaching from a connection. You're absolutely going in a different direction. You've got here taking the self, all right, handbrake turn, severing of a connection, a handbrake turn, and literally putting your foot down to be firm with the other party, to say no, that this is the final straw. I'm out of here. Okay. For the Cancer, this is an absolute celebration. This is an absolute win. Okay, so I do want to say, actually, Cancer, is that secretly you're quite pleased. This is what I mean, is it's like the turd that's actually turned out to be the golden crunchy bar. Cancer, you're secretly pleased with whatever indiscretion or offence or conflict or screw up might have just recently happened with this person, because it's allowing you to completely get out of the arrangement and go in a different direction. Okay, it's funny because we've now had Sylvanius come out here, like I think we had this earlier. This is an absolute severing, is what I'm wanting to say. A severing of a job, a severing of a living environment, a severing of a friendship. And Cancer, you're being gifted this week with the perfect excuse or reason to get out. It's all working in your favour. And what I strongly want to say is that as a direct result of this, your romance is going to benefit greatly. Okay, after the storm has passed, what's going to absolutely thrive and blossom for you is the sex and romance. Once you've dealt with and gotten through whatever, and moved away from and finished whatever this is here. So what else can we get for the Cancer? Oh God, we're on time, my loves. What else can we get for the Cancer? What? Yeah, okay, my friends. So this might, it's not going to be for all of you, this reading, because it's very, very specific. But this situation over here has come out. The last card has been the Glancona, which is typically my narcissist card. But I just want to say it's a very selfish taking energy, draining. All right? So whatever has been going on here for you has utterly, you can see this a bit like Dracula, right? It's just kind of been a nuisance. It's been a nuisance that has utterly sucked the life out of you. Recently, it could have been drip, 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 drip over a long period. And maybe for a lot of you, you've been like, how the fuck do I get out of this? It's just been drip, drip, drip of annoyance after annoyance after annoyance, and cancer just like slowly, like it, frogs being boiled slowly is the vibe that I'm getting off this situation. Thankfully, my friend, the personal group of people that you're dealing with, they've tripped up on their own length of rope and given you the perfect escape route. Now is the week to get out, okay, my friends? So this romance on the side, I want to look at this next week. Do you know what I mean? Because it's actually amazing what's happening here, Cancer. You're being liberated. You're being liberated out of a situation or a contractual arrangement that you've actually been wanting to get out of for quite a while, all right? And as a result, you've got some kind of pot of gold gift being offered to you in the realm of romance, sex, and love. Once the storm has passed and you're settled again with whatever this is over here. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps for some of you this week, and I can't wait to tune in with you next weekend. Lots of love. Bye.